The Battle of Alesia, Caesar's greatest triumph. In 52 BC, Rome came closer to defeat than ever before in Gaul. One man united tribes that had hated each other for centuries. One fortress stopped the greatest army on earth. And one Roman general bet everything on a plan that should have failed. This is the story of the Battle of Alesia, the moment Julius Caesar turned the impossible into legend. For years, Julius Caesar had conquered Gaul piece by piece. Tribe after tribe fell. Resistance collapsed, but then something unprecedented happened. A young chieftain named Vercingetorix rose to power, charismatic, intelligent, ruthless when needed. For the first time in generations, Gaul united under a single leader. Rome had always believed this was impossible. Caesar was about to learn how wrong they were. Vercingetorix chose his battlefield carefully. He withdrew to Alesia, a fortified city perched on a steep hill. Natural cliffs protected it on all sides. Inside the city, around 80,000 Gallic warriors. Outside, Julius Caesar with roughly 70,000 Roman soldiers. Caesar was outnumbered. The terrain favored the defenders. And worse still, Vercingetorix had sent messengers across Gaul. A massive relief army was on the way. Caesar now faced a nightmare scenario: attack a nearly unassailable fortress, while another army closed in from behind. Most generals would have retreated. Caesar did the opposite. He made a decision that defied every rule of ancient warfare. Instead of storming Alesia, he would trap it. Caesar ordered his men to build 2 complete rings of fortifications, one wall facing inward, to imprison the Gauls inside the city, another wall facing outward, to defend against the approaching relief army. The Roman army would place itself between 2 enemies. If this failed, there would be no escape. For weeks, Roman soldiers worked without rest. They dug over 13 miles of trenches, built massive earthworks and wooden palisades, installed hidden pits filled with sharpened stakes, created killing zones designed to slow and break enemy attacks. Alesia became a fortress within a fortress. The Romans were no longer just besiegers. They were besieged themselves. Inside Alesia, food began to run out. Day by day, hunger weakened the defenders. Vercingetorix faced a brutal choice. He could keep everyone inside and watch his army starve, or force the civilians, women, children, the elderly, out of the city. He chose the latter. They were driven into the no-man's land between the walls. Caesar refused to let them pass. Thousands died between the fortifications. It was war at its most merciless. Then, the relief army arrived. Around 60,000 Gallic warriors attacked Caesar's outer defenses. At the same moment, Vercingetorix launched a full-scale breakout from inside Alesia. The Romans were hit from both sides at once. The fighting was desperate. At several points, Roman lines nearly collapsed. For a moment, it looked like Caesar's gamble had finally failed. As the situation reached its breaking point, Caesar did something extraordinary. He put on his red commander's cloak, the signal that the general himself was entering the fight. He personally led a cavalry charge, swinging around the battlefield, and slamming into the rear of the Gallic relief army. The attack was sudden, devastating, completely unexpected. The relief force broke and fled. From the walls of Alesia, Vercingetorix watched the last hope of Gaul collapse. The next day, Vercingetorix surrendered. According to Roman sources, he rode out in full armor, and laid his weapons at Caesar's feet. The Battle of Alesia ended all major resistance in Gaul. It secured Caesar's rise to absolute power. It paved the way for the Roman Empire, and it changed the course of Western history forever. The double walls of Alesia became a symbol of Roman military genius. Proof that discipline, engineering, and leadership could defeat even overwhelming odds.